work and everything will change. Sipping tea, helping feels, yeah, that's what I want. Being patient, how the tricky and being honest. What's good, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Really excited to be here this morning, Friday. Dustin, how are we?
Fantastic.
What's been going on?
Nothing. Just got my sidekick here today.
Whoa! You ordered that?
No, my girlfriend got it off like one of her followers, or she follows someone. This was like a year ago, and she went to Brooklyn to get it for me. So
Red cheeks.
Yeah.
Red cheeks. Brian, good morning. Matthew Hunter from Australia, good morning. Sarah Script, good morning, good morning. Share squads in the building. I see some people really sharing this morning, which is super fun. Let me just go to my mentions. Let's see. Yes, Wine and Traveling doing a good job with the. Oh, here we go. Here's the URL. Here's the URL. Good. That was trippy. We're on a lag, and I was like looking at it. Doesn't. All right, Chris, Abel Franco, always good to see you, man. Thank you for joining. As always, Joe L, big ups on YouTube. Daisy Nicole, good morning on YouTube. Joe F, good to see you on, was that LinkedIn? Yes, that is LinkedIn. The LinkedIn is popping. Share squad is in the building. Please take the URL right now and share it. And let's have some friends join us. Let's rock and roll. I'm ready to go. T, what's good?
What's good, man? This is a real full circle moment for me right now. Just letting you know.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for your energy. Where you at?
I'm in downtown LA.
Love it. Nice and early, 6:03 in the morning. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, this is just like, I'm excited to meet Jesus, baby. This is good.
What's cooking? Give us some context. What's your question?
So right now, I'm on TikTok. I followed your advice. My brother saw your video. If you're not an artist, if you're an artist and you're not on TikTok, what are you doing?
100%.
I started doing music on there, putting my music on there, changed my whole name, changed my whole vibe. In 2 months, I put a song out. I get a Rolling Stone article. It starts out with like 6,000 likes, and then it goes to 60,000 likes, and now we're 3 million streams later, and is on one song, my first song. That's crazy. Talk about like the way I got here. I drank the fucking Kool-Aid, my dude. Dropped out, got kicked out, lived in the living room for 4 years just so I could try everything, acting, modeling, landed on songs. Now that I have something rolling, I want to know, when do you know, like when you finally broke through, you got your hit, when do you know when it's time for the next one? Because
I think what a lot of people make a mistake on is they don't squeeze the first hit enough.
I almost did that. I got to 100,000 plays, and then I was like, guys, I'm going to fucking hold back and see how long this goes. You know?
Yeah, to me, it's about making sure you pop off on every other platform. Right now, what I'm trying to make sure people that win on TikTok realizes, forget about the, yesterday executive order, 45 days for that to sell. We'll see if it lands in Microsoft, where it goes. Those are things we can't control. The things we can control is when that song pops off, you could have sat down and went to 8,000. And I'm not kidding when I say this number, because I lived it in 2011 on Twitter. You could have gone to 8,000 YouTubers and sent them a message on YouTube with the link to Rolling Stones, with the link to the streams, with the link to your TikTok, and be like, yo, if there's anything I can ever do for you, I admire your success on this platform. All you need is one of those people to put the song into their vlog, and that boom, to me, it's like keep pushing, right? Like taking all that TikTok energy, right? If you look at, someone like Charli D'Amelio, who kind of rose to the tippy top of TikTok, she was also able to cross-pollinate on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. And so I want to make sure that you're taking that energy and using it to take that audience and take them on a journey with you in the 4 to 5 other places where you live. And then more importantly, reaching out to other places that can amplify the heat that you got on this one song. Think about a hit song for an artist that was already mainstream. They're playing and squeezing that song for like an 18-month period. You know how sometimes you put on like the Grammys in the background and somebody's like performing a song, and you're like, that shit's 2 years old.
Yeah. So yeah. So when you're spreading out this content, do you think that it's really important to share some content that is for that platform, or do you think that like?
I think it's distribution. Yes, you need to be content, and I always talk about that. I'm going to a different place altogether. I'm saying when you have something hit, you spend all your time trying to amplify that. So like it's almost like taking that original video that hit, and then literally reaching out to all 7,000 websites that are like covering pop culture and hitting the bottom of like news at, buzznews.com, and you're like, yo, you see this? like when the hit happens, after 4 years of grinding and bleeding for the hit, ironically, you got to go harder for the next 4 months.
Yeah.
And a lot of people see it and they're like, we made it, right? And it's amazing. And I'm like, no. Now, like, stay in a cocoon of 18 hours a day, like, just hitting up literally everybody. Literally make every single platform ban you or stop you for an hour to pause because they think you're spamming, because all you want to do is make more people aware of it.
Makes sense. Do you think how much of that should be organic and how much should that be promotion, like paid?
I think you're thinking about the audience.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about business development.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got it, T? I'm talking about you sitting down and your crew and literally emailing the editor of every gossip, music, like pop culture. Got it? I'm talking about literally going to YouTube and literally sending a message to 8,000 vloggers and saying, would you like to use this song in your next video? Let me know. And having 13 of them say yes.
Yeah.
Because only 98 of them even open the message, knowing that you're messaging for 12 hours.
Okay.
2007, 2011, I spent 12, 13 hours a day hitting up people to be aware of Wine Library TV, replying to every single tweet. It was all about distribution. But strategic business development distribution, not organic, I'm going to post this or I'm going to run ads. No, I'm going to try to get you got to hit up King Batch and be like, you see this?
Yeah. Just so that there's context. It's not just like a random guy with maybe a song. I have all this like other editorial stuff that's art.
Yeah, I'd probably have 3 links: the original TikTok, the Spotify stream or SoundCloud, and the Rolling Stones article. It's if you write Batch and be like, Batch, I've been following you since Vine. I have a lot of respect for you.
Yeah.
Kudos, you're somebody that really did it. You worked hard. This is me. It's 98% likely he's not going to see it. What people don't understand is if you do that 10,000 times, the 2% times that 10,000 changes the course of your career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean...
Nobody wants to do... where I always win is I like dirt more than after party. I get excited when I can sit and just for 12 straight hours try to get people to know about something.
Yeah.
I like the work. I like the 2 years I spent learning about Pokemon and sports cards when I didn't have time the last 2 years. And now it's popping, but I don't like it as much as 2 years ago when it was dirt. I like the grind of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the single most important zone to go into when something pops. Second that song popped, when did this happen?
This happened, I posted this song in May 29th. It's called Stuck in the Middle.
Love. We're still in it then, in my opinion. Yeah. To me, right now, you just literally hit up every influencer and every media outlet and everybody who's got an audience, whether it's them as an individual. You should hit up you should go to see the top podcasts and be like, yo, do you want to interview me about how this song popped? Yo, do you want to, you just need to go ask 100,000 times. Literally, get your favorite beverage and foods. If you want to scale it, get your loved ones and your homies and literally go into PR mode for a month. No new song, no ads, not even... I'm willing to give up content on social, which I always want, just so you biz dev the shit out of the story and the song.
Yeah. just total. that makes a lot of sense, man.
It's about what can you impact to the amplification of it.
Yeah, I've been focused a lot on the consumer, like probably 100% on the consumer.
I love that. That's how you got to the hit. But
Yeah.
now that you have the hit, we need to manifest the outcome.
Mm.
We need to do the 2021 version of what Scooter Braun does for Ariana or Bieber. Because they do the song part, but he makes it happen behind the scenes, distribution. We need to do the part that in 1970, if I was your manager, because I paid off every radio host in America, I was like, yo, put this on. Got it? Or because I was homies with Dick Clark, got you on Countdown. Or because I was like, because I did a favor for the Soul Train producer, got you on. It's about exposure. Got it?
Yeah.
It's about this. They're living in the meta right now. Right now. Hundreds of people. Right?
Exactly. And I just think I need to be on every single fucking podcast and every live, try to get on Twitch live streams and stuff like that.
And you could get at least 25 to 50 articles on newspapers of this guy's song went viral on TikTok because everybody wants to write about TikTok right now.
Yeah, and the whole story is like the way that I did my TikTok was I basically showed every single part of it. Like I filmed myself in the Verizon store, still working in the Verizon store, and having that song blow up, and I'm still there. Like I'm still working. I'm going to work in like 4 hours.
By the way, that is a story in itself.
Yeah.
You know, so but get as much distribution as possible.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, and the chat is exploding. So everybody in the chat that's saying I want to do something with him, his Instagram's right there. So just DM him.
Yeah, guys, check out the song "Stuck in the Middle." Music video's coming out on Monday. We filmed that. It's so great.
So if that's coming out Monday, it's a perfect opportunity. Get that link.
Mm-hmm.
You need to basically email and direct message and publicly reply with that link 100,000 times. Think about that number.
Ooh,
Yeah, because you might be going into it pre this talk at 0.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking I'm going to put it out, we're going to do our thing, and I'm going to go to your point, consumer, and I'm looking for you to do 100,000 outreach on B2B.
Mm-hmm.
So business.
Yeah. We got a Nylon premiere on it. Nylon magazine premiere on. So should we share the premiere, or should we just try to get everyone to share the video? I mean, after the premiere as well.
Is on the Nylon, is the YouTube or Vivo video embedded?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be embedded. I don't know. It's going to be the article, and then the video is going to be right there.
Yeah, so I think that'll be fine, and that's a good look, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. You gotta grind that URL into the ground.
Every social, everything.
Go to get you or your best friend that knows Twitch. Go to every Twitch
Yeah.
player and be like, "Yo, can you play this while you're streaming?" You see where I'm going? It's just attention. Did you ever play video games, Madden or 2K or any of this stuff?
Yeah, man, I played it.
Great, beautiful. So you know how some songs popped off because they were the songs while you were building franchise mode and nobody knew what the fuck that song was prior to it.
Yeah.
It just fucking got it.
Totally clear. Oh man, my team's gonna have a fucking field day after this.
And you need to set the tone for the team.
Yeah.
You need to be the one sending it out. You're grinding in Verizon, so you've got the grind in you. You just need to basically lay in bed from midnight to 2 in the morning because you want this so bad and this is your moment. Another DM, another DM, another DM, another DM, another reply on Twitter. Literally go to Twitter right now. I'm going to do it myself. Right now I'm going to Twitter and I'm saying, looking for a new song. People literally tweet things like, I'm just looking for a new song to listen to.
Oh man, that's such a good one right there.
Right? And so you just reply, be like, yo, literally, and this is literally what I did. Nobody knew who the fuck I was in 2007. I just went to Twitter, and anybody that said the word wine, I replied with value.
Damn, dog, that one is a wild one right there.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, that's great. I've been doing the whole reply to every comment thing.
But this is fishing. You're hosting, but I want you to go fish.
Oh man, that's a great one. I know what I'm gonna, because there's downtime in the store, so I literally just.
That's a paper, right? Because you gotta live, but you actually are getting paid to do your grind.
Exactly. I even run the store by myself. Like I'm for the next 5 days in the store.
Good stuff. All right, I gotta bounce. Love you, bro.
Thanks,
See
man.
you.
Built.
Back in the middle. You went deep there. I like that. Fishing. Go ahead.
Hey.
Laura, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well.
Nice.
Where are you right now?
So, to be honest, I'm in Austria in the midst of the mountain and I have an amazing view right now.
I love it. Can you show us? Or
Yeah, sure. So, if you see it here,
beautiful.
yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I just arrived 10 minutes ago and I set up everything. So, I was like prepared for our talk because I'm so excited about it. And thank you so much for being with me here.
Happy to do it. What's on your mind?
So, my first question for you is, did you get my 300 postcards to your office?
I know it arrived. I just haven't been able to hold them yet. But yes, I'm aware of them. Thank you.
Yeah, so that was actually me.
So cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so basically on every postcard there is a quote of you saying something, featuring something you said in your talks. And to give you a little background story on this, so I'm a journalist and I'm so passionate about it, right? So I was working for the German press agency for years in Brussels, everywhere in the world. And then I got self-employed and I thought, okay, so my mission is really to inspire people with sustainable content. I really want to crack taboos. I want people to be more aware of themselves and also with their company, maybe as a leader, as a CEO or something. So what I started, I have a podcast with Red Bull. I have a column in Business Insider. And additionally to that, I host events, for instance, for Google, for Facebook, for SAP, where I set up a topic which is about like a society relevant topic. Like, for instance, I did an African dinner for Google, or I did a tree sustainable event for SAP, all that kind of stuff. And on top of that, I just started a series called Meet Your Mentor, where I'm reaching out to the most inspiring people. This is also the reason why I sent you the postcard, because I really wanted to have you on my show, to talk about one life question, right? So that can be Nico Rosberg, the Formula One champion, how he became from a Formula One champion to a tech investor in green tech. Or we had Andy Puddicombe, we had Jay Shetty, we had Klitschko, like we had them all, right? It was so easy and we just sent them
Just asked.
Yeah, I'm a Russo. I just asked, right? So right now I'm in this position. I know that I can do it. Everything is possible in my mind. And I'm so convinced of this idea spreading the world. But yeah, on the other hand side, I'm a storytelling machine, but I know that there's so much more potential to bring it in the world. So right now I'm a little bit stuck. Like, I have my Instagram, it's okay. I mean, I'm popular in Germany, it's okay. I'm very active on social media, and it's not a lack of motivation, but maybe more a lack of a strategy, how I can really bring everything together and spread it like the next Oprah Winfrey thing. So this is my question to you. If you're the CEO of my storytelling company, what are your next 3 steps?
What is the most, I mean, look, you'll appreciate this because it's like living my blueprint. The number one thing I think you should debate is doing a daily vlog and having somebody follow you around 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, who's your D-Rock? You know,
Yeah.
to me, that's one thing to debate. Number 2 is, if for everybody who's watching, if you Google Gary Vee content model, I always think you need one major thing that everything feeds off of that is consistent. So even in COVID, I immediately went and created Tea with Gary Vee because I knew I needed a thing, because I need content for all my other channels. It sounds like your podcast is that. How consistent is that?
Well, we also started it in quarantine. And for the moment, we are publishing every week, which is really high pace because, we're having like all these big players from the US as well. So we are constantly texting, coordinating. I'm recording it, preparing it, but it works. And we don't really have a big team, right? We are like a team of 4 people. And it's like a startup mentality. But the thing is,
let me help you and everybody who's watching right now. Anybody who wants to be an intern, whether it's free, you know, I can't speak for Lotta, whether it's free or for experience and exposure, or whether she's got a couple more dollars to be able to spend, but please DM her, because what I've been trying to do more of, I thought about it, and this is my first moment here, is doing a little more matchmaking between the community and the people on the show. Your team of 4 could be a team of 8. very, very, very quickly. Probably just happened right now. I have, just listening to you carefully, I think there's probably a lot of my audience that will resonate with your story. So hopefully that works. So that's one thing to consider, that there's just a lot of people sitting at home right now that are accountants but want to be graphic designers or want to be video editors, and maybe your exposure, and notice what I do with Babin and D-Rock and Dustin and India and Stunwin and Zach. I try to put a pedestal on them so that they can go get a different job if they want to. So you got to be kind to people that give to you, but keep that in mind. So keep going. To me, it's definitely the pillar content and patience. Remember, you're looking at the Gary Vee that everybody now knows, that I would argue has probably had a lot of momentum for the last 3 years. That took 11 years to get to that point.
Sure. Yeah. But the thing is,
go ahead, please.
Sorry. What kind of people would you recruit? Because I think I have great people in my team, but let's assume a lot of people are
makers.
Yeah.
Designers, video people, writers, audio, people that make. Not people that know how to run ads. Because if you want to give him $1,000 to get more on TikTok or more on Facebook or more on YouTube, so an ad person, but then designers and video people, writers, because LinkedIn, maybe you want to make decks, so writers, designers, video people, and definitely one or two, as you grow it, project managers, general managers, people that can, be the architects of these individuals while you're doing your thing.
That's amazing, yeah. And how do you structure your content? How do you organize yourself with the team, everything which is happening like on different platforms, Instagram, TikTok, everything?
We've done both over the last 4 years, where everybody works on everything, and then we were siloed into, Zane and Destiny are on Instagram, and and Ian Ragav are on LinkedIn, and Zane, Justin and Katie are on influencers. So we've allocated people into tasks.
Amazing. So yeah.
But at first, when you're smaller, everyone has to do everything a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. So I would amazingly appreciate it if you also want to help promote Meet Your Mentor, because for me it's really an amazing format, and as I said, we have all these big names. Like we even reached out to Bernie Sanders.
So where do people find it? Because we're promoting right now. Here we go.
Yes. So if you go on my Instagram, you will find the first episodes. Yes, Slalom. We just released Annie Puticombe last week. Was an amazing interview. We had Nico Rosberg, as I said. We had Sophia Marusso so far. We have amazing people coming up. Jay Shetty is part of the show in September. And yeah, I mean, I'm so happy about it, because right now there is not a great profit behind it yet. But as you said, I mean, there's always patience. And
what I would do? I just followed you, but you know what I would do? Thank you, Dustin. Your link tree there, I would change that to directly to the podcast. So the show is a podcast. Like, where does it live?
So it lives on YouTube right now and on my IGTV.
Yeah, but so I would 100% change that link tree for now to your YouTube.
Okay, all right, I will definitely.
Because if you click the link tree, you can click it, Dustin. If you click it, what ends up happening is, and I love Linktree, I use it all the time, and I think they're doing a good job. But that's what's going on there. Is that working? I'm gonna come back.
It has to switch.
No worries.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to make this point because I think it's going to help people. I change my URL in my Instagram profile all the time to whatever's needed. Right here, you're giving them, which I like, but I don't like the visual of like that. I just want to. You're creating an extra step of friction.
Yeah.
When by far right now your number one thing is to build up this. For example, Contact Lara, they can do that on DM if they really want to. Right, in the functionality. So being strategic about that default URL is very important. And I think right now, I would definitely put it to the direct YouTube for now, if that's where it's living.
Yeah, that works, definitely. And also, if there is someone listening to it right now, I would love to have someone in the team who is really able to distribute the content. Let's say we have one amazing interview, and how can you put it into small pieces and put it everywhere?
That's the designers and the video people, they have to also know how to do that. Have you ever looked at the Gary Vee content model? Dustin, can you pull that up real quick?
I will.
I'm gonna have Dustin pull this up right now. For everybody who's watching, Google Gary Vee content model. Dust, you on it?
Yeah, well then check it out.
Yeah, so right here, if you Google this, there's an 86-point slide that I made for free to help people. It's almost got 1 million views. It talks about, keep going, Dust, just go fast. It talks about how I do what you just said. You start with the show and then you go back, Dust. One more, thank you. See what happens? You take the show and then you look at all those platforms. Go to the next one, Dust, forward, slide 13, right? And then you chop the little pieces, and this is how you do it differently. Go to the next one. So incredibly interesting. Keep going. I think you'll find this, this is something, when this came out, everybody got mad at me or made jokes because they said all the people trying to sell courses for $10,000.
Yeah, it's true.
All fucked. So this is super free. It's 86 pages. It's very detailed. And it will help you understand how I think about it. And I think it'll help you train up or train your designers.
I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a great piece of content.
Thank you.
All right, amazing. And I would love to have you on the show soon.
We'll do it. I'm in. Dustin, take care of it for September.
Yay! Amazing. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Fucking giving value. Vinny, what's good? Oh, let's go.
Hey, what's up?
Bro. You got me fired up.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Pinot Noir from South Australia.
I love it. It's great to see you.
Yeah,
what can I help you
talk to you? Good to talk. Well, I'm in an interesting situation at the moment. I'll give a quick story. So last year, I had the very huge privilege to be part of Team Gary Vee Brazil, and big shout out to the guys and everyone. I miss you guys. And that embedded such a speed on content creation. You're just talking about the content model with Laura, and that just embedded in me. So now I have a huge opportunity to be in a job that I love doing it, and but I'm getting a bit of friction where I
because
find
you want
a
to
bit
go
of
fast and they want to go slow.
Exactly, they too hang up on
Subjective.
the brain guidelines, and you gotta follow the fronts, follow the callers, and I want to be fast, guys. We need to put out. This is a good one. We need to put out. And no, hold back, delete. So I don't know how to find the middle ground now at the moment.
98% of the world lives in the world that you're living in right now. Yeah. Listen, I deal with it every day with VaynerMedia. All my clients are the same.
Yeah, so now at the moment I'm playing the patience game. So I'm quiet, doing my work, grinding every day, but I'm waiting the opportunity they coming to me and say, "Oh, why this is not happening?" Well, because we're not being fast enough.
I think what I would do if I was you is try to make a personal relationship with the most senior boss so that they like you, so that they're at some point you could say to them, "Hey, let me tell you what I learned on Gary's team, and let me tell you what the problem is." That's the only way it gets fixed.
And that happens. That already happens. Like we do gym together. We're such a small crew, but we do gym together. We hang out together. So
Good.
I'm just trying.
What kind of company is it?
Well, they are heavy TV advertising background.
What kind of brand is it?
Very like sleek, minimalist. Like
what's the business? What's the business?
Ad Media Australia.
No, I apologize. Oh, they're an agency.
Yeah, they are an agency.
You work at an agency.
Yeah, so I work in an agency, and
are they the problem, or is the client the problem with subjectiveness around creative?
They are the problem.
So that's gonna be tough. You know why? You have to change religion.
Oh shit!
It's religion.
I I know, because I know one of the reasons, and even my boss mentioned many times to me that one of the reasons they got me in the team is because he wants to go all in on social, but I'm finding that his insecurity and like he's just resisting to what I'm bringing to him.
And the reason he got so much enjoyment out of Team Gary Brazil is, as you know, I mean, this is me, me, the human, and there's no friction because we trust people and we go.
Oh, that was so much fun. So much fun. Just go. We got the video. Let's put it out. That's it, guys. You chop it up. That's it. Get
Trust. Most companies do a terrible job trusting. I trust my people 100%, and then if they prove me wrong, then I talk or we fire or whatever it may be. But yeah.
Wow, that's a tough one, man.
You gotta make them understand that a piece of social content is not like a big television production. It's there to quickly get insights and awareness, not
Absolutely. I even have
honestly.
many checks.
It's all conversations, and if it doesn't work, then you're gonna have to move on, and you have to let them know that.
But that's what I'm prepared to do if they're not willing to.
And good news, VaynerMedia is coming to Australia in the next couple of years, so we'll be ready for that.
Oh my man, I'll be on it.
I gotta run. Vin, I love you. Take care.
Yeah,
Keep
love
drinking.
you, man. Yeah.
Vinny with the Vino. I like that. Drop the I, add the O. Let's go.
What's up, Gary?
Josh, it's so good to see you. I'm glad they got you in. For everybody watching, Josh is an incredible family member of the Vayner universe and empathy and all that. Sent me a really interesting email. And I said, you know what? This will help so many people. So instead of me just replying to this, I told the team to reach out to him and get him on an episode. And I'm glad. I didn't realize it was going to be today. So I'm glad. It's good to see you.
Gary, really appreciate that. I actually, speaking about Vaynerchuk, I wanted to congratulate you and the whole team for the recent Constellation brand being acquired by them. Really proud and happy for you guys. But yeah, I guess just to bring you back up to speed here, after my time working with you guys at Empathy, I was in the hiring process with this company called the Shalizi Group. They're the music management company for like DJ Marshmello.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was super pumped for that. And what ultimately ended up happening was the position got dropped due to COVID. Like right when COVID hit, like the NBA got shut down. Like the following Monday, they were like, unfortunately, like the positions like can no longer be available due to the pandemic. So currently, though, I am good news. I am a candidate for a full-time role over at Snapchat, and so pumped about that. However, the timing of it currently, it may not be working in my best favor. I'm glad you said that this question could help some people in these types of circumstances. But essentially, the day before my interview, my family and I came together and essentially said goodbye to my aunt and uncle, who have been in critical condition from COVID for like over a month. And yeah, thank you, appreciate it. And it was very hard. And I guess looking back now, if I would have like known the amount of stress it would have put me in, I would have opted into like possibly rescheduling my interview with Snapchat. But basically, I was wondering, and I want to keep things as professional as possible with, my interviewer and everything. But I haven't, so basically that night before, it resulted in like zero sleep that night. And I feel like it affected my interview performance in a negative way. So my question to you is, should I let Snapchat know my current situation?
Well, in real life, before we get into the answer that helps you and everybody else, but in real life, our relationship, send me an email with who you interviewed and for what position, and I will personally reach out to the highest branch to see if I can help you, because that's what you earn when you get to work with somebody who can help. So let me help you on that front and see what I can do. The actual answer is depends. Meaning, there's a lot of people that would interview you that would look at that as an excuse. Even they're not cold-hearted. It's just they're a cynical human. Other people are bleeding hearts and will say yes. So I think you ask regardless, because there's no lose in you reaching out and giving them that, that answer. It may really fall short of like, well, crap, sorry, this is the way life is, and we like somebody better anyway. Even if you went from a 3 to a 10 of you, we like Sally way better. I don't think there's any downside in asking. My biggest concern for you, Josh, is that you dwell on it.
Okay.
I don't care if you reach out or you don't reach out. I care about as you go on to your next thing, whether you interview with TikTok or Instagram or Triller or something tomorrow. You basically got to understand that day is over, and nothing about it other than a great learning experience for you of like, I think you should take huge pride in the fact that you're such a great kid and a family man that even your aunt and uncle is impacting you that way. Like, that's nice. I think that's great. You know, you were surprised by your own reaction. It probably means that you have deeper emotional intelligence and love for your family. And I think that's a great accomplishment for you to learn that at this young of an age, the game just moves forward. And
Totally.
all the energy you're putting towards, should I reach out to Snapchat? Should I not? Let me email Gary. All that energy should be, I'm going to Triller and TikTok and Dub Smash and Facebook and Instagram if you want to go platform using their comps. And I'm going to apply for a job there. I'm going to fucking annihilate it. Offense instead of when I see so much defense. Email me now with direct details, and I'm going to go to the tippy top. I mean, I'm not going to undermine whoever you interviewed with, so I'm going to reach out to that person first and then go above that person if I have to. That's the relationship building you get when you work for certain scenarios. So those are the two insights: offense versus defense, and be thoughtful for where you pick jobs because you want to build relationships with good people who might be able to help you long term.
Yeah, 100%. Gary, I genuinely really needed to hear that. Thank you. Because honestly, since that day,
My employees, I want you to be more offense and like look forward versus. I'm glad you picked up on that. You dwelling or debating or rethinking or should have like there is no time machine.
Right. And there's just perspective and optimism.
And action.
Right.
Right? Like, to me, like, I want you to build, like, the mindset of, like, oh, fuck you, Snapchat. Watch what I'm about to go do at TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
Right.
You can't beat yourself up. It was a life event. It happened. Boom, let's move.
I 100% agree with you, Gary.
That being said, you've got me, so send me that info, and I'll see if I can help.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gary.
You take care of the offense. I'll take care of your defense on this one.
Okay.
But Uncle Gary won't be around all the time, so you need to, you know what I mean? When I'm not around or not available or somebody out, like, you need to focus on what you can do.
100%. Yeah, I really appreciate you, Gary.
Yeah, Josh. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
You got it. This is good stuff. Let's keep going. Jen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, very good. This is cool. Thank you for having me. Very, very
Happy
cool.
to do it. Happy to do it.
All right, so I'm a sports nutritionist, and I laughed I forget if it was on Tea with Gary Vee or something else that I watched of you, and you basically said, you hate the question, what do you do? Because I get that question. I do so many different things. It's hard to answer that question. But I'm a sports nutritionist, and what I do is I work with athletes, mostly kind of niche down to high school and college athletes. I'm on the Olympic registry, so I work with Olympic athletes also. But kind of lumped in with that, I also end up working with adults because a lot of these athletes' parents are also athletes in their own right, and they end up hiring me, and I work with. So my niche is kind of expanded, which is part of my question to you. But basically, I have two questions. I'm going to give you a little bit of background before I get into that. But I've always had an entrepreneurial mind. In fact, like even my mom just told me she found a card in her laundry room the other day. I used to make greeting cards and sell them to all my neighbors, and I would call them Jenny Mark. Like instead of Hallmark, I would say Jenny Mark.
First of all, that's amazing. Second of all, did your mom take a picture of that?
She didn't. No, she didn't.
She threw it out?
No, she hasn't.
Okay.
She said it's still sitting in her laundry.
Ask her to take a photo, send it to you. I think that's an incredible piece of content on your Instagram where you can talk about your journey.
That's cool. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not carrying you for nothing.
Obviously.
Kidding. Keep going.
But so I'm almost 48 years old, so I've had quite a long journey in this sports nutrition field. I was an okay high school athlete, but I always knew in the back of my head I was better. I just didn't have it together. I didn't make the connection between food and performance. I mean, I was a kid sitting on the side eating Cool Ranch Doritos.
Of course, like everybody else our age group.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
did
yeah.
it. For all the youngsters watching, us, 40 to 50-year-old crew, you guys are doing it so much better. We ate straight trash.
Yeah, we didn't know. I mean, I would go to the hot dog truck before swim team practice, and no wonder.
Of course.
So, long story short, I ended up in college, and for some reason, I just said to myself, I don't feel good. I don't look good. I was about 19 years old. I'm going to buy a pair of running shoes, and I'm just
What
going to
happened? The freshman 15 hit you?
a little more than that.
But it's so interesting, right? It's so cliche, right? Keep going.
Yeah, it is. And then I said, I like running. I started to run. I don't know why. I was the worst runner ever in high school, but I just started it. And then I started reading everything about nutrition, and I started cleaning up my diet. And all of a sudden, 40 pounds later, and it wasn't so much about the pounds as it was I started to feel amazing. And I never felt that way before. And then I went to this career talk in college, and they said to find a career that you love, you just need to find something you love to do and make a job out of it. So I said, oh my God, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a sports nutritionist. So
I love that.
To grad school, and I did it. The day I graduated from grad school, I started my LLC, and I started a private practice. Now, at the same time, I married someone who was in medical school, so I had to get a real job too, but I always did both. So for years, I did both, and we kind of just did our thing. So in my 20s, I just ran and I worked and I did marathons. So I didn't want to run, right? I wanted to run marathons. So I got zone, and then just right towards the end of my 20s, me and my husband started doing triathlons together. But we didn't just want to do triathlons; we wanted to do Ironman. So we started training for Ironman, right? So crazy.
You go
Yeah.
You go on.
Then we wanted to have kids. But we didn't want to just have one. We wanted to have four. So we had 4 kids. So that takes me to my 40s, where now it's all about the kids, right? And they're also athletes in their own right, which brings me back to me. And now I feel that it's time. My kids are between 11 and 16 now. It's really time for me to kind of up my practice. And
real quick, couple questions. Did you ever call yourself Jenny Miles instead of Giles? Did that ever happen?
No, but that's really cute.
Thank you. Also, big shout out to Half Mod Gang on Twitch. All right, keep going.
But my initials with my maiden name and my married name is Jog.
Jog? That's cool.
J-O-G. So it's actually, I use that a couple times. But right now what I want to do is I really want to serve. I want to scale my business a little bit, reach more people. It's all really been one-on-one. I do some public speaking. I speak at prep schools. I speak to college teams, high school teams. And that I all still love, that in-person stuff. But the rest of it I really want to scale to more, maybe webinars, which I've done. I've done small group webinars, but I really just kind of want to scale it. But my question to you is, just from watching you for the last year or so, you've come up with some awesome ideas of just creative, out-of-the-box ways of thinking about how to reach. So there's just so much misinformation about sports nutrition and what should I eat before a workout and after a workout. And some of these products that kids are using are dangerous, and I want to be kind of that.
Did you go ham? How long have you been following me?
About a year.
Did you go ham on TikTok?
I started during COVID.
This is the thing, and you'll love me for this. This is no different than why I'm excited is you seem extremely goal-oriented and execution-oriented. Jenny, it's super simple. The answer to your question is TikTok. Had you done 4 TikToks a day and got good at it, which I really believe you would have, just even listening, you would have made a single, don't eat, don't eat this, right? You would have had one moment, just like the gentleman, I don't know if you've been watching all morning, with the song. You literally know this because people, I'm sure moms through the years or others are like, hey, I want to lose 15, and you're like, do this, and then they don't do it.
Right.
They eat blue candy instead of blueberries. They don't run. I've given you all the answers, Jenny. You just don't want to do it, just like other people don't want to run.
Yeah, right. So just execute.
You live this life in reverse. You're the one giving nutritional and health advice to your inner circle, your cousins, your other mom's club, kids, and then they don't execute, and they're like, and you're like, no. If you put out 4 TikToks a day, based on what you're doing, that were little tidbits of information, and you did it every day when you first heard me say it, which was not during COVID, long before it,
Right.
I believe that you would have something brewing. I really believe that.
Okay. I love that.
That's it.
Because that's doable.
That's it.
And my second question, kind of related to that, is so because my niche is kind of, I mean, it's not really that small. It's kind of bigger, and I want it to be.
My niche is bigger too. So when you put out 4 pieces or 15 pieces of content a day, you can get to all of that. When you only think of it as once every 3 days, you can't get to shit, Jenny Miles. Right?
Right?
Your niche doesn't scare me. What scares me is that you haven't made the mental switch, just like the day before Jenny Frishman 40 didn't, the day before when she finally made the switch, everything changed. I just need you to get the switch on content creation on 15 social networks. The second I get you there, it's game over.
Right.
Literally the day before you bought those running shoes and started running, you were at your lowest point.
Yeah.
Stuffing your face with fucking ding-dongs and Doritos, right? And drinking beer, funneling with those frat boys, right? And then you said, fuck that, and you moved. I am hoping this moment right now, is that fuck that moment. And you're like, he's right, and I'm going to do 11 pieces of content tomorrow.
Yeah.
Running, eating well, in my world, is content.
For sure, because it happens so many times a day. Right.
Make.
Yeah. Okay. I needed to hear that.
You can do a whole pillar, back on food, a whole pillar on don't eat this, eat this.
Right. Yeah. Even though that's been done before, because I've seen that's done before. It's okay.
Everything on earth has been done before.
That's true.
I'm aware. You know what else has been done? You know what else has been done before? Eating well and working out, which leads to good results.
Right.
Your success isn't at the expense or being taken away by somebody else doing it.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, because it's just your own twist on it, right?
That's right. Just you saying your mom. Jenny Mark is unique. Me selling we got our own little things. You are unique. Your advice and how you put it out and execute, that's important because it's the truth. All I'm doing, I'm talking shit that was talked about in the 1200s. My advice is so fucking basic, tried and true, it's not even funny. I'm just unique in the way I communicate it.
The delivery, right.
Correct. And it's not the shtick, it's just me. And you're going to be you. And some people, Simon Sinek is, Holiday does it his way, and Ferris does it his way, and Oprah does it her way. Just be a human being.
Right.
But put out good advice. Hey,
Right.
kids, you get tricked by those bars that look healthy. Let me flip the fucking label for you and look at this horse shit. Eat fucking blueberries, bitches.
Blueberries are good.
Got it?
I got it. Awesome.
See ya.
Thank
Love you. Bye. You're welcome so much. Does someone want to clip that and do that as an IGTV? That whole thing. I think it's going to help people.
Roger.
Clemens. You like that?
Yeah.
Next one I'm going to do is Rabbit. By the way, is it weird that I thought Jessica Rabbit, which was a cartoon, was attractive in my early teenage years? I've always really questioned myself about that.
I will admit I have had the same thoughts.
I feel like that one fucked with us. That one was nice to young boys. I feel like this made us question, a lot of things.
And she looked human.
She wasn't. So save you time. Let's keep it moving. Let's get one more in.
Hey, what's going on, Gary?
What's good, my friend?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me, Z?
Hello?
I could hear both of you, so.
We can hear you, Z. We can hear you.
Okay, yeah, you're back now. Yeah, I've got you on.
Back.
Apologies for that.
No worries. How are you and where are you from?
I'm very well, thank you. And I'm from the UK.
Awesome. What can I help you with?
Okay, so just to give you some background context, so I'm like the typical millennial that wanted to change the world, can't even change the freaking light bulb. The bedroom revolutionary, full of social anxiety, self-esteem issues, and insecurities and all of that. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying this is because of anything that's happened in my life. Like, I've had a very blessed life, and I'm aware that this is a direct result of having a life of comfort and ease and security. But obviously, I still have these issues, and I did well in the traditional route in terms of, I was the teacher's pet kind of guy, followed rules, did as I was told, did well at school, got good grades, qualified as a lawyer, even opened up my law firm, but I absolutely hated every single freaking minute of it. So over the last few years, I've tried to move into the entrepreneurial arena, which has been difficult, and this is where you've come in, because
I mean, your entire youth structure makes it very, very difficult, because
yes.
you were very smart and good and capable in working within a system. Entrepreneurship is outside of the system.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Exactly.
Keep going.
Exactly that. So, the biggest struggle for me has obviously, because I've always relied on asking for permission and getting validation from other people. And obviously, when you're in the entrepreneurship group, there's no one there to get it from, except you. So I got a lot of my permission.
Thank you. Or the market.
The market.
The market is my affirmation. The people getting value out of what I'm trying to put out, whether that was a good price on a bottle of wine, whether that was a cool sneaker at a good price, whether that is free content. But keep going.
Yeah, so the first thing was obviously that. The second thing that I got from you was, if you don't know what you want to do, if you don't know what your passion is, just try stuff. So I've been trying so many things. I did Facebook advertising, copywriting, dropshipping, white labeling, the whole shebang. So I literally went from being a hotshot lawyer to slinging pregnancy pillows on Instagram. So I'm still trying to find my way. But the real,
do you have? Actually, go ahead. You were about to ask a question. I'll ask mine after. Go ahead.
So I'm still trying to find my way, and because I'm still kind of trapped between the corporate world and the entrepreneurial world, because it hasn't quite worked for me yet. I've been obviously watching a lot of your videos, and I think a few weeks ago you had a guy called Alexis on, and he was talking about how he's cynical and negative all the time, and he's got all of these issues, etc. And it was like listening to myself a few years ago. I've always been scared and fearful, and I still am, but the difference is now, before when I was scared, I didn't do anything. Now I'm still scared, and I'm trying to do things.
Good news. I'm so fucking proud of you.
Thank you.
And this will make sense to you. Scared and not doing anything, which is the majority of people who are watching right now.
Mm-hmm.
Scared, but starting to do something. You're now at halftime.
Yeah.
Soon we're going to be... And how old are you?
I'm 34.
Perfect, young. And at 38, you'll be not scared of doing something. And at 42, you'll maybe get to a place where you're really executing in a great place. If you're not scared of putting in the work for the next 8 years, you'll have 50 years of happiness in front of you post 42.
Yeah, it's exactly that, because looking back, one of the biggest issues was, as you say, impatience.
Because in school, you were getting affirmation weekly by the test.
Yes.
Monthly by the progress report, quarterly by the report card.
Mm-hmm. Exactly that. Yeah. So I'm basically, I've been reconditioning myself and rewiring myself and building the self-esteem and getting over the insecurity issues. A lot of that has come down to the conversation I've been having with myself, but the voice in my head has been you watching, obviously your programs and stuff. So my question is a double-barreled question, which I'm pretty getting a lot of anxiety trying to ask it.
No, we're doing real quick. Where do you live in the UK? I have a big idea right now. Where do you live in the UK?
I live in a small town called Batley. It's in between Leeds and Bradford.
Beautiful. Batley?
Batley, B-A-T-L-Y, Batley.
Batley. Anybody who's watching right now, if you're part of our community, because I think the other thing you need, Z, and a lot of people need, is a couple of friends of optimism and positivity.
Yeah.
So if anybody watching right now is in that general area, please DM our friend here. And I think you two, post-COVID, I don't know the State of the Union right now in the UK, but you should get together for for a pint or a coffee or a tea. Because if you know, I believe in this community the most. And if I'm the one positive voice for many, what I've been thinking a lot about is if I can add all of you meeting each other, and now you have 2 or 3 friends of positivity, now it becomes sustainable, and then it becomes your culture, and then it becomes your religion.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a matter of fact, everybody in the comments section right now, please leave your city and state and country in your comments. LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, everybody. And then everybody go back and rewatch this and see all the answers and start messaging each other if you live near each other.
Yeah, so quickly, what I want to ask you is that basically, I've done a lot of work now. I followed your advice, put out content about my issues. I even started putting out videos, which was the real big breakthrough in helping with the self-esteem issues and stuff. But what I want to do now, I'm thinking, is I want to help other people that have got self-esteem issues and insecurity. Not yet. Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Right.
I think you're smart enough to realize that there's opportunities financially there, but I think you're at halftime.
I don't want. This is the question I have. I don't want to monetize it because the people that I want to help, I don't want to charge for it.
Respect. I just don't know if you're at the place yet where you're on. I feel like you're on 1 foot, and I'd rather you be on 2 feet before you start helping because you're still in your own journey. Okay. It might just be a little bit early. I'd rather you execute on a tangible business. You need to be able to really help them.
Yeah.
And sometimes people jump into helping people when they're not ready to help them, which hurts those people.
Yeah, no, 'cause I used to do it a lot before, but then the corporate route took over, and basically I stopped helping people because I was one of, being a yes man. Everybody
listen,
came.
I don't want to be a no man. You can do whatever you want. Just keep in mind if you're actually prepared for it. And number 2, and you know that, Z, it's all just about putting out the content and creating a community. Like you can post on your LinkedIn and Instagram right now and say, hey, join me on live tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. And if 4 people show up, you've started the process.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so the thing that was causing me anxiety was I want to start like a podcast about self-esteem issues. So the request was, would you be one of my guests on it?
I will be your 55th guest. If you show me that you can do 54 episodes, I will 100% be your 55th guest.
Brilliant. Done. Thank you.
See, I'll see you soon.
Take care.
I got 1 minute. I got to go into a client thing. Thank you, everybody in the Vayner Nation. Hope you enjoyed today's show. I thought it was fantastic. Dustin, your thoughts? Ooh, Dustin, do you have the Hot Ones episode today?
I do.
The best. Everybody, if you haven't seen this, we're about to put it on. You're going to be blown away. I hope you're super well. And I hope that everything is great and you have a wonderful weekend and you deploy kindness and self-awareness and execution and patience and all the things that ultimately get to the places we need to. And I hope everyone's super good. Simple as that. And just give me some shout outs. Natasha, thank you for watching. Ross Greenberg, always good to see you. Melvin Lee, thank you. Daisy Nicole, thank you. Tommy Tom, thank you. MMA Guy, appreciate it. Jennifer Dalton, thank you so much. Daisy Nicole, thank you. Lewis Pro. Lewis, if you're talking about me, I apologize you feel that way, and I hope we get to meet one day, get to know each other better. Hope everybody's super good, and have a great weekend. We'll talk soon. See ya. Hot Ones now.